A shimmer rolls across the red earth long before you see the creature making it. Because out here, everything arrives with a warning. And if you miss it, well, the Outback has a way of reminding you why paying attention is a survival skill. So, imagine stepping into a place where every rustle could be a reptile older than the pyramids. Every shadow could hide a marsupial that behaves like it escaped from prehistoric times. And every set of glowing eyes belongs to something that's sizing you up just as curiously as you're sizing it up. And here's the wild part: the 10 species you're about to meet. They each hold a piece of the Outback's identity. Ferocious, fragile, bizarre, beautiful. And the deeper you go, the more you realize the Outback isn't just a location. It's a living test. You wouldn't believe the worst decision people make here, treating the Outback like a regular wilderness. The first species that teaches you otherwise is the red kangaroo, the heavyweight boxer of the continent. People picture them as cute and cuddly until they see a male stand upright, towering like a challenger in the ring, chest puffed, tendons coiled. Out here, these kangaroos are survival machines, built to cover miles in minutes and throw kicks that can break bone. Watching one clear a fence in a single bound feels like seeing the rules of physics glitch for a second. And the hook? They survive not by aggression, but by efficiency, sipping moisture off plants and traveling during the cool hours like desert tacticians. But then the ground shifts, just slightly, just enough to test your instincts. If you're not paying attention, you'll miss the second species entirely, the frilled-neck lizard, a creature that looks ordinary until it decides otherwise. One moment, it's motionless, blending into bark like it was born from it. The next, it flares open, a bright, prehistoric frill around its neck, stands upright, and sprints toward threats like a tiny dinosaur having a meltdown. Every traveler learns the same lesson. Size means nothing here. Shock value is currency, and the frilled-neck lizard is loaded. Still, nothing hits your nerves quite like the third species, the one people incorrectly think they understand. The dingo. You might think dog, but that's the exact misconception that gets people in trouble. Dingoes are strategists. They operate like wolf packs with desert-tuned intelligence, tracking, testing, communicating silently across the dunes. They're so adapted that scientists still debate whether they're a native species or ancient imports that simply outsmarted time. Spend even a minute watching a dingo assess you from a distance, eyes steady, body still, and you realize this isn't a pet. This is the Outback's executive-level predator. The inland taipan, also known, terrifyingly, as the most venomous snake on the planet, is species number 4. But here's the twist that feels like a contradiction. It's shy, almost reclusive. The creature most capable of killing an adult human in under an hour chooses avoidance over aggression. It lives like a ghost, quick to vanish before you even register its shape. The danger isn't that it hunts you. The danger is that you won't see it until you're too close. And because the Outback loves contrast, species number 5 is the emu, a giant bird with the personality of a confused tourist and the sprinting power of a track star. Emus are chaotic by design. They'll investigate your gear, outrun your vehicle, and stare at you like you're the weird one. They're also single fathers in the animal kingdom. Males raise the chicks alone and fiercely. It's the kind of twist nature throws in to keep you humble. But species 6 lurks where heat shimmers the hardest, the perentie, Australia's largest monitor lizard. Watching one move is like watching a living blade, smooth, deliberate, silent. It can outclimb, outrun, and outthink animals twice its size. And here's the real hook perenties rarely need to fight. Their presence alone is enough to make other predators back down. Imagine being so respected that even venomous snakes reconsider their schedule around you. You'd think the outback would slow down at this point, but no. The 7th species is the wedge-tailed eagle, a raptor with a wingspan so wide it casts a shadow like a hang glider. This bird doesn't just fly, it commands the sky. It can spot movement kilometers away and dive with enough force to take down animals larger than itself. Drivers out here know one universal truth. If you see a wedge-tailed eagle feasting on roadkill, slow down. Not for safety, out of respect. These birds wait for no one. Then comes species 8, a creature shaped like a joke but engineered for survival genius, the thorny devil. It's a walking optical illusion covered in spikes that make it look like a lizard built from Lego bricks. But the brilliance is in its skin. Water doesn't just roll off it, it travels along microscopic grooves toward its mouth. Rain, dew, even droplets from sand. This little reptile turns the desert into a hydration system. Call it weird, but call it brilliant. Species 9 rises only after dark. The bilby, a rabbit-like marsupial with oversized ears tuned to hear predators before predators know they're coming. The outback treats softness like a weakness, but the bilby found a loophole. Dig faster, live deeper, emerge only when the heat has surrendered. Its survival is a quiet rebellion against everything the desert throws at it. But the 10th species is the one that rewrites every assumption you've formed so far. The saltwater crocodile. Yes, technically it's more common in northern rivers than the central outback, but its influence stretches across the continent's cultural imagination. It's the embodiment of ancient power, unchanged for millions of years, a predator that doesn't chase, doesn't rush, doesn't warn. It waits, completely still, completely confident. Because in the outback, patience kills more effectively than speed. And when you step back after meeting all 10 species, something clicks. The outback isn't defined by heat or danger or emptiness. It's defined by adaptation. Every creature, from the kangaroo bounding through mirages to the crocodile waiting beneath silent waters, survives here because it learned to read the land better than anything else. And in their stories, you realize the outback isn't trying to scare you. It's challenging you. Can you pay attention? Can you respect the rules here? Can you learn fast enough to not become someone else's cautionary tale? Because out here, even the shadows have stories. And every species, big, small, deadly, gentle, whispers the same truth. The outback doesn't test your strength. It tests your awareness. Only those who listen get to walk away with its secrets.